I'm gonna record this too. Might as well. Alright, so this is how the build works. I'm gonna keep the music on. So you have to lift right away, and the first thing you have to kind of move is the command center if you can, but there's a slight delay, so if you have a lot of APM, you can send the SCV slightly outwards. You don't have to right-click on the minerals, but the point is a command center, you have to get it out there as fast as you can, okay? You mine the minerals, and then you rally the SCVs if you want more minerals. I didn't do it this game, but you should, like, move them slightly around this picture. You gotta give it a little bit of space. And then hit C. C is return cargo. Or I guess there it is, return cargo. It'll come up. If they're holding a mineral and you hit C, then they'll rush for the command center. So that's how you do it. You have to hit C. Don't start a SCV right away. You want to start the supply depot, then the SCV, then the refinery. You get the refinery first because you'll have the minerals for a barracks. My barracks is a little bit late here. You should send it out right before the supply depot finishes. So it should definitely be out. From here on, it kind of opens up into a standard 3-rack sweeper, but you're not going to win the game with a 3-rack sweeper. Not like this, because you're too openly exposed. What you want your goal to be is to just get map control and maybe try to do some damage if you can. But the number one goal is map control. Don't let him feel at ease. Force him to make units, right? So you go up to 3 barracks, and then you get another gas geyser. Very important. Now the gas geyser here is so you can support 2 barracks off of 1 gas geyser. If you go up to 3 and you have 2 gas geysers, then you can support slightly more. You'll start pooling gas, and eventually you'll be able to make a factory in between one of your cycles. And you want to be able to make that factory before an expansion. With a normal 3-rack sweeper in your base, you get the command center, but if you have the gold, it doesn't matter. Because you'll get extra minerals anyway. There's an amount of time that you can get. So now that we're building the 3-rack sweeper, your number one goal is to apply some pressure, keep him back home in his base. Don't let him get the gold bases, all that jazz. Don't lose your reapers. That's super important though. Just don't lose your reapers. You can kind of trade, but if you start losing your reapers, then you're gonna be far behind. So we're pressuring. And when you're at 12 SCVs, you can rally to this mineral patch. You don't really want more than 12 mining here, because with mules you're over mining. And here's the factory. Usually you drop it before 30 supply, or around 30 supply. So we're just pressuring. You know, don't lose anything if you can avoid it. And when you feel like, okay, I can't really do any more damage, more reapers won't really benefit me, you gotta start going into marines. Usually this is about the time that the factory is done. So you go into marines, you get a tech lab, you get stim. So like the factory is 75% of the way, and you can start the tech lab on the barracks. Your stim and your factory should start at about your stim and your factory tech lab should be about the same time. And then you want to get a medivac, rally inside, build a back wall here with depots. This is very important because it makes the only way he can attack you through this choke point. And you're going to put a siege tank in the middle of all your production. You can see we're still roaming the map with reapers, which is good to get some scouting off. But don't take damage back home. You can see we're still rallying here. With a medivac with a medivac you can just walk one and go with a bunch of marines. And you can fly one, so you can do a lot of damage there. If you kept the reapers alive, they can help you in part of the push. And then after this, what you would go is you would start expanding back here. You don't want to expand all the way up here, because then he can attack you from this direction. He can attack you from and from this direction. So you open yourself up to 2 attack paths. But if you expand back here and you put like a depot wall or production here blocking off this ramp, then the only way, once again, to attack you without breaking down these depots is this main choke point, so it's a lot safer. So then you just do a push with your 1 medivac and 2 siege tanks, and when stim finishes, you should be moving out slightly before it finishes. You should do a push. When you have everything in the same hotkey, it will prioritize the marine stim. So you want your reapers, as you can see, in a separate hotkey, so that you can throw the reaper bombs after you've stimmed. You still want to use the reaper bombs if you can. So here comes the push. We just stim in, and then that's game. Most of the time they won't be able to hold. They'll just die to the push. So that's how you do it. So yeah, the follow-up here is, you know, we get a command center. I put one here to help wall off these siege tanks and marines. I rallied in between to keep them safer in case there is a counterattack. It's more difficult. There's less surface area for Zerglings. I'd probably put like engineering bays up here, or you can even put a supply depot here, and then an engineering bay here, and then an engineering bay here, and that's a wall off with 2 supply depots, and you can get your upgrades, and then you can just lift the wall if there's any trouble, and you basically expand back into your main, and then when this side, this section, gets mined out, because you're going to mine out these 2 bases first, then, I mean, you're going to end up having your main, your natural, and then all you have to defend is this, so you only have to defend this location where your production structures are, and this location, and you can completely abandon the left side. You can just keep expanding to the right. There's not much left for you on the left anyway. So, and then you get another gold base later on, and then you'll be good. So that's how you do this build.